morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. I'm so frazzled. I'm Ann Rossley. I'm here with my colleague and dear friend, Kyle Harvey. We're with Baird & Warner in the Gold Coast office, and we love selling real estate. We are here to talk about real estate in the downtown Chicago market every week, Monday at 7:30 or 7:33 if we're running late. Kyle, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am fine. I'm fine. Busy. Fine.
Yeah. So, because we're late, we should jump right into it. What do we got for stats this morning?
All right. Well, we're going to look at stats a little bit differently today. This is
our names. There we go.
Okay. So this is the first 21 days of the month. And we've been watching each week the differential between what's new on the market and what's gone under contract, as well as what's closed and private. And in the last 21 days on single family, you'll see that we're still like over half of the properties have gone under contract that have been new, but we had been pacing very close to 1-to-1 ratio, and that's dropping off. So Kyle and I were discussing, is the market starting to cool? Potentially so. Okay, now I went through by hand and did month by month comparisons. And these are for the lakefront neighborhoods. And by that, I mean the very lakefront neighborhoods, not including the ones directly west. So I'm talking only Loop, Muir North, Lincoln Park, Lakeview, Uptown, Edgewater, just those. Single family homes, this is what the sales curve looked like last year in blue. This is what the sales curve looks like this year in orange. And you can see that we were pacing ahead and even through March. April dipped off, and this is in closed sales. If you look at the overall multiple real estate data area, MRED, so it's bigger than Chicago. It's the whole area. This shows closed listings, and a close-up shows you that we're pacing a little bit behind in the last 3 weeks, 2562, 6628. Yeah. So we are behind last year. But again, everybody remember, last year was the record-setting year probably of all time. So, okay, under contract, again, we're just a little bit below. But see, look, we're still higher than we were January, December. I mean, it's still good. You can see.
In my mind, so much of this is due to the upfront indicator of a lack of listings. So if we don't have enough on the market, our closed and our under contracts are going to be lower. It's
right.
Yes, it's, and we're going to talk more about interest rates. Yes, it is. Interest rates are cooling the market. Yes, a lot of people have already bought, but it's also, there's just not enough. And every day I hear of people looking for particular properties, and there's just not enough on the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, new listings. Yeah, to your point, we are not seeing as many listings hitting the marketplace. We've had fewer listings every week since the beginning of the year. These numbers are last year.
And remember, last year, this time last year, we were complaining about not enough listings. Mm-hmm. And those numbers that you're seeing in green are last year's when we were complaining about not enough listings. We are below that. So, I'm not surprised that the numbers are going down.
Right. That's a very good point. And here again is the close-up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're catching up to December inventory, but that's not really saying a lot, right?
December is generally the lowest month of the year. In normal times, there is no month worse than December because everyone takes their property off for the holidays. And yet, that's not
here we are, just getting back to that. Yep, exactly right. So we were talking and wondering about, is foot traffic falling off?
Yeah.
And the orange in this chart shows a comparison of showings versus previous year. And according to this, we're down. Still ahead, of course, of COVID the year before, where nobody was looking at property there for 3 weeks. But it's off a little bit here.
Yeah.
So then the question is, how much of this is due to frustration on the buyer part for not finding properties they're interested in seeing versus cooling down due to interest rates? And only time is going to tell. It isn't down a lot versus previous year.
Do we have the information on, or do you remember the information on open houses? I wonder if more things, because of the lack of inventory, is going under contract after open houses rather than showings. And I have to tell you, a lot of brokers have stopped using showing, which makes 0 sense, but don't use showing time. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Data is only as good as the inputs.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, so here's condos. So again, we're seeing the disparity in new versus under contract and closed, and very small market of private.
Yep.
262 versus 1513 new. But look at this. I find this really fascinating that in April, these are sales, we are significantly higher in number of condos closed in April versus previous year. And you had mentioned a thought on that earlier.
Well, there was last year, and during the pandemic, a real sense of houses. We want to be in houses. We don't want to be in multi-units, and we also don't want to be downtown. There was a real fear of condos. There was not enough to do in the neighborhoods where condos were located, and it was just sort of we want a house. And now I think it's changing. I think the feeling is that we're coming back and life is going to start up again.
I agree with you. Yeah, no, I think that's very true. Very true. Okay, so I want to take 1 minute and talk about mortgage. We've got a mortgage minute today from Maria Kennedy from A&N Mortgage. Thank you, Maria, for bringing this to us. 30-year fixed rate for single family homes right now with 20% down is 5.25. 15-year fixed 4.25. That's an average rate. Of course, based on your credit, your rate may be different. But Maria brings up a good point. As we see people facing a little bit higher interest rate, one of the ways they're solving that is by buying the rate down. And you know how sometimes people will get credit toward closing costs, and they would use that for cash for decorating. Instead of doing that, one of the things buyers can do today is ask the seller to pay a credit to do this, or they do it themselves where they pay a point or two to get the rate down. So if you have a $200,000 purchase, a point would be $2,000 or 1%. And then you can get the interest rate smaller. If you're going to live in that house for a good long while, that could be a very good way for you to get your interest rate down and keep your monthly payments lower. So details on that, see your lender, but just wanted to throw that out as a way to fight these higher interest rates.
Options.
Always options. All right. So we're going to talk real estate news now. What do you have, Kyle?
We have a couple of things, developments. First one was brought to us by you about the additional dwelling unit ordinance. This is really exciting.
This is crazy. Since 1957 in Chicago, people were not allowed to build coach houses. They revered grandfathered coach houses because they were rare and so forth. And, they're just great. For those of you who may not understand, coach house is typically the dwelling unit over the garage, which could be a studio. It could be an apartment for a child or a grandparent. They just are extra wonderful multifamily opportunities. And we just haven't been able to do it. But guess what? They have a pilot program where you can do coach houses now.
Well, there are certain neighborhoods where there are a lot of them. You'll remember them in Woodlawn, Hyde Park. There are a number of houses that have grandfathered coach houses. there are some, not many in the Gold Coast. There are some in Lakeview. You know, Hawthorne Street had a number of them, houses that had big garages with coach houses above them. There's some in Lincoln Park. But this is an effort to provide additional housing in neighborhoods, and you know, it's a great opportunity for homeowners. It's a great opportunity for renters. It'll be interesting to see.
So the couple of points, and I was reading the ordinance just before we came on the air, and they are only targeted neighborhoods where you're allowed to do this. However, it includes Lakeview, Uptown, Edgewater, Avondale, Logan Square, Albany Park, Irving Park, all the places, you know, where we do business, just not in the really tight neighborhoods like Lincoln Park and near North.
They already have.
They already have them there, and we're already debts. There was a funny thing I saw. Are you ready for this? You don't have to have a general contractor do the work. That's in the ordinance.
Well, that makes sense because they don't want to make it too expensive for these neighborhoods to actually be able to do it.
But that's so unlike Chicago, where you typically have to do all that. As long as you don't take parking away, you can, and you know what? And they cannot be Airbnb either, which is a good part of the rule. I like that rule. So you can't take parking away and you can't have an Airbnb. But I think it's a great solution if you, especially these families where they have kids that are college age or whatever and that need a place to be. The other thing I would say is I showed a condo that Danny O'Donohue had last year. I don't know if you saw this, but it was a condo that was a coach house. So it was like a 4-flat in front, and then it was a coach house in back. And this was the most charming. It lived like a single family home, you know, it was adorable. So
there are a bunch of those. There are a bunch of those.
You do this now, maybe down the road you can condo it if you want. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. No, it's a good idea. So they talked about it. One of the announcements said that the department has received 297 pre-approvals for 335 units. What do you mean a pre-approval? The Department of Housing has received pre-approvals?
No, I think they have to approve that you do it.
You have to if you use certain people, or if you do use a contractor, a general contractor, you don't have to get the same level of I'll find out.
I don't know. I don't know, but certainly something to look at taking advantage of, particularly, and I'm going to show you an upcoming listing I have. If you're in Ravenswood and you've got a deep lot, like 163 or 183 deep, you're almost crazy not to do one.
Yeah.
You know it?
Even if you just for the investment in it.
Yes.
So here's the second piece of news, everybody. Has been, and sellers will know this, some buyers will know this too. There's a disclosure form that all sellers have to, or most sellers generally have to fill out, called the Real Property Disclosure Report. And the law that describes this, or that requires this report, has been amended. This report is so that sellers tell potential buyers all of the problems, if any, in the property, because the sellers have to disclose material defects on their property through this form. And it has been updated. And the reason we're bringing it up is it's not only been updated, but it's been updated, and now sellers who filled out the old form are really being advised to fill out the new form, because there are just enough changes that buyers could use the fact that you don't have the updated form as a way of causing chaos in your transaction. So if all the people who have property on the market right now, sellers who are trying to sell their homes, go to your broker and say, I think I'm supposed to fill out the new form. I'd like to do it. It's worth doing, people, because if you don't do it, it can cause, at a minimum, hiccups, and a maximum, a crash deal. And that's just not worth it.
Good advice.
There are just enough little things. Now, I've got, there are, am I still there? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There are transactions that are exempt from this, and you'll talk to your broker about whether you are one of the sellers who does not have to fill out this form. But just do it. Just do it. It makes it easier.
Just do it.
All righty. Now we've got some really interesting properties. Tell us again what these properties are.
I'm going to have to give me 1 second to find this. Apologies. I've been like playing with my screen so much that last week we did the top 10 most expensive condos that sold. Now we want to talk about the top 10. Let's see, is this it?
Houses?
That's not it. The top 10 most expensive single family homes that have sold. Exactly right.
Ooh,
okay.
That's under contract?
That's under contract.
Ooh.
Okay. So this is 1901 North Howe. $6.5 million on the market, only 47 days. 49 by 125 lot, built in 2005. 7 bedrooms, 5 and 2 half baths. But what I find so interesting, Kyle, is the aesthetic. It almost borders on, I mean, it's so minimalistic. It's so contemporary. What are your thoughts?
It's of this this is still how people want to live. But what I find interesting is also they've incorporated some of the older design features, like those pseudo rafters.
Yeah.
No, it was of the moment. So how old is that house? I think it's probably less than 10 years old, right?
No, it says built in 2005.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's probably been updated since then. It's really of the moment, though. I'm surprised. I'm starting to hear more and more people wanting a little bit more closed kitchen, or a little bit less of a focus on the kitchen as the whole room. But it looks beautiful.
Yeah. It's a 49 by 125 lot. So that's why you have this width across here.
Wow.
So, okay. Oh no, that's the wrong address, everybody. Sorry.
That doesn't look like North.
I updated it. Yeah, no. This address is actually 1852 Howe.
Yeah.
Not North Park. North Park went under contract before. 3.5 million on the market, 62 days. And this is 25 by 123 on the lot, built in 2012. More of a traditional look here.
Yeah.
And I would say that being on Howe is a big part of the price point. But look at that kitchen.
One of the things that's great about Howe Street that people love is, one, it's a wide street. 2, it is only accessible on the part of Howe that has these 2 houses. It is only accessible from Hermitage, and it dumps out. And it dumps out at Willow. I mean, it's there. It is effectively. I think it goes through Wisconsin. It doesn't go through Wisconsin. Does Wisconsin come through?
Yeah,
well, maybe not. But it is one long block, so you're not getting a lot of traffic through there. It is a very private street and really wide. Tons of parking. People love it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay.
Hoyne.
1900 Hoyne. Yeah, so Bucktown made the top 10. And you sold a 3 million plus in Bucktown as well.
Yep.
This is 3.450. It is 6,500 square feet on a 48 by 100 lot, built in 2008. Look at this dramatic 2-level living room. It's really a stunning home. 5 bedroom, 5 full bath. $3,450,000.
That's really incredible.
Isn't that lovely? Okay. Wait a minute. That's not 1900 Hoyne. Can you tell I was doing this at late at night? 1815 Hudson.
Yeah, that looks like a Hudson.
Now, this was sold by its real estate agent / owner.
Okay.
It was on the market 88 days, and it says custom built cedar and stone home in Old Town East Lincoln Park. Yeah. Lots of green features.
That's very
5 bedroom,
traditional.
4.5 bath. Okay, that's all I have on that one. Okay. 2900 Hermitage. So they like to call this West Lincoln Park. This is
that's a huge house.
That is a huge house, isn't it? It's 6,500 square feet, 78 by 130 by 30 by 116. Isn't that a weird lot size?
Yeah.
This is a very traditional interior. Look at that.
When was that built? Does it say?
2004.
Look at that. Yeah. Chicago builds very traditional homes. Yeah.
This is the den upstairs. Okay. 311 Wisconsin. So, okay, now we're back to East Lincoln Park, where less square footage can get you the same amount of money. This is listed for 2,695. It's only 4,500 square feet on a 21 by 100 lot.
Say the price again. I didn't hear it.
2,695.
So it's under contract at that price. Wow. How long was it on the market?
2 days.
Yeah. That row of row houses on Wisconsin are really great properties within the Old Town Triangle. Just really nice properties.
Right. Now it's going to be narrower and vertical, so you have to be ready for that. But they have this lovely roof deck that I wanted to include. I think this is just so adorable.
Charming.
Okay, 42 East Schiller. So we have a Gold Coast property in the mix, listed for 2.7 to start. Then it went under contract once they reduced to 2.690.
That house I keep an eye on because it's in my neighborhood. That house was owned by a real estate agent and on the market forever and sold in February of this year. And then in March of this year, the new buyers put it back on the market and went under contract pretty quickly.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So.
And it's cool on it. Do you have any pictures of the inside? It's really very modern. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, it's only a 20 by 105 lot. So again, narrow like the Wisconsin one. They do not list square footage. Interesting.
It's a small house. Those are small house. I mean, not small, but they're not big houses. But they're beautiful. I mean, it's really cool.
Okay, this just goes to show you don't have to have magnificent curb appeal in order to sell.
No.
So there must not be an alley behind because.
No, there is. If this is Howe, there's an alley behind. This doesn't look like Howe. This looks like Burling. Is it Burling or Howe?
It's Howe.
There is.
I'm looking at the listing sheet.
There's an alley behind it. My cousins live on that street.
I remember this house. I mean, it was built in 1989.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Maybe they wanted an attached garage when they did this. I don't know. I mean, it went under contract in 11 days at $2,500,000. High ceiling, first floor. Obviously, that's not a 1989 kitchen.
No, but it's not a 2021 kitchen either.
Right.
So that's a kitchen that'll be updated. That floor will be updated. All the floors will be updated.
So
yeah,
they call this 5,500 square feet. But this is probably one of the fun things about the house. Isn't that fun? The conservatory on the roof.
All year long, you can sit in that room and enjoy it.
Yep.
That's really beautiful.
And their backyard is so lovely as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay, and the last one, another one that doesn't have, oh no, this is the second to this. This is number 9. 1710 Burling.
Mm-hmm.
Clean, but doesn't like blow you away.
But it's on Burling.
You're right. But it's south of Willow though, on Burling on 1700 block, but still. Okay. More traditional. This house was built in 1985, 4,800 square feet on a 30 by 105 lot.
I wonder when this was last sold, because I think I've seen this house before when it was sold, and then they've updated it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, the cool thing about this is there are 3 outdoor areas. This is the lower level outdoor area. This is the outdoor area off of the master bedroom. And here is the garage roof deck. So, yeah, lots of good outdoor space.
What was the price on that? Wait, go back. What was the price on that?
$2,499,000, reduced from $2,800,000.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
On the market 56 days. All right, number 10 on our top 10 is 2636 Greenview. This
West Lincoln Park.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at the wide open spaces here. This is a 28 by 123, so it's not like it's a really wide house, but it strikes me how minimalistically they furnished it.
No, I think this is. I think this is.
Do you think it's staged?
Virtually staged, because the furniture is doll furniture compared to the house. Don't you look at it? I mean, going back and looking at that, it is doll furniture, not furniture meant for the size of this place.
It doesn't look right, does it? But okay,
no,
look at this. Here's your kitchen great room area.
Yeah.
You think that's virtual, huh? I see some shadows.
Can put the shadows. They can put shadows.
All right.
Maybe it's not, but it looks crazy town small compared to.
I know it doesn't look quite right, but okay. So it started at 2,595, reduced to 2,495, and went under contract in 36 days. That's okay. I couldn't resist. This is Miss Snark coming out. Look how pristine, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody's mudroom look so beautiful? It's like they're not allowed to wear shoes in the house ever. It's their entire shoe inventory is by the back door.
Well, certainly the runaround shoes are at the back door. Yeah.
Anyway.
And water bottles. Grab a water bottle.
When you're ready to leave, take a bottle of water, kids.
There you go.
All right, that's it. I want to show you a property that's going to hit the private market. This is 4740 North Paulina.
Oh.
It's on a 50 by 183 lot. And obviously Queen Anne, this is the one I was saying earlier. I mean, you could do a coach house on this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the front. And now I want to show you the back.
What are the pictures being taken? The interior.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that lovely? Yep.
What's going to be the price?
Less than 1.4.
So wait. Why are you even bothering going on the private network?
Because they aren't quite ready to put it on yet. So it's not perfectly staged. They are.
Sell it a minute and a half.
Huh?
It'll sell. I know. That's it. All
it's
right.
Adorable.
It's adorable.
It's adorable.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Send us your questions that we can answer on air. We'll see you next week. Oh, wait. Next week is Memorial Day. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks. I am going to be moving. So we might have to do this on Sunday.
Maybe a tape show.
Right.
Okay. Great to see you. Great to see you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.